vou fazer do jeito que você gosta. Seu inferno, Maia. Seu inferno.
Hello. What is up, my beautiful people? It is your girl AMA, aka Amma. Welcome to the AMR, your one-stop shop for amazing book, movie, series, reactions, and reviews. So today I'll be reacting to Checkmate Season 1, Episode 4. When I tell you guys that I have been so excited, I have literally been searching for any hint of teaser or scrap that I can nibble on to get me through this week. And the teasers that I saw were crazy. So without much ado, let's go. Let's get it.
Oi, gato. Mais um, por favor.
Vai voltar bêbada desse jeito, tá?
E daí? Vim aqui pra isso. Tô no estresse, ó.
Ai, sério? Esqueci isso, Manu.
É exatamente o que eu tô tentando fazer.
Tá, então vamos pra um lugar mais agitado.
I don't know what's stressing her out.
Rebolar a raba.
Não, eu quero voltar tarde pra casa hoje.
Ai, por causa do Christopher. Ai, olha, sinceramente, eu não sei como é que você aguenta esse homem. Não.
Honestly, my question is why she puts up with him. Clearly she doesn't seem to like him very much. Like, I thought maybe it was like a whole, oh, I love you, but I'm not in love with you thing. But it doesn't even seem like it's that. Right? So her best friend hates him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how did you two get married? Like,
Delicioso.
Vem cá aqui rapidinho. Por um acaso você tá flertando com o barman?
De leve, coisa pouca. Meu foco agora tem outra pessoa.
okay. So her focus is on Giovanna. Uniquely on Giovanna, to the point where she's not interested in other people.
Ai, você sabe o quanto isso é perigoso, né?
Ana Clara, eu rio na cara do perigo.
Yo, no, because I thought I couldn't like her anymore. Did this woman just quote Lion King? Did this woman just quote my favorite childhood movie of all time? Do you remember when Simba was going to the elephant graveyard and he was like, danger, I laugh in the face of danger. Mwahahaha. Well, I mean, this proves it. Like, she's a lion. Like, she's a lioness. As how you quoting Lion King, it fits. You know what I'm saying? It just works.
Ai, que divertido. Você deveria parar de beber. Não, porque realmente não tá funcionando.
Já volto. Vou fumar.
You know, I actually do like the fact that Maya doesn't put on airs. I don't know if you've noticed, but she has a similar manner, whether it's with her best friend or with her housekeeper. And I appreciate that. Like, that's something that's low-key. For somebody who's supposed to be like this stone cold bitch, the fact that, unlike Christopher, who wouldn't shake Giovanna's hand when they first met, Maya will absolutely recognize whether it's a housekeeper, whether it's a waiter, whether it's a whatever, and give them like, you can see a similar manner as with her best friend. I appreciate that. Ugh. Boy, what you looking at? Nah, fam. Nah.
Can you see around? Wind of the open sky.
Damn it, okay? You got the wrong guy. I love her outfit. Oh, this is when she saw them kissing. Clarice, you're so fired.
Agente Torres.
O que você tá fazendo aqui, Manuela?
O que aconteceu com a senhora Collins?
That's a fair question. That's a fair question. Every single time she uses Manuela, it is a mark of, should I say, intimacy? When she wants to distance herself from Maya, it's Mrs. Collins. Or when she's actually relating with Maya, it comes back to Manuela.
O que você tá fazendo aqui?
Eye contact. Maya's measuring her, bro. Maya's looking at her, measuring her, considering how much do I tell you? Do I tell you the whole truth? Do I tell you part of the truth? And she goes straight to the point. She looks at Giovanna and she decides, well, why I'm here is not important. What's important is, are you really interested in her?
Interessada nessa aí?
Her lip is curling. She's like, bruh, are you interested in that?
Não te interessa. Porque eu acho que você pode ter coisa muito melhor. Posso?
Oh! Giovanna, baby. Basically, you have just admitted that Maya is the best that you can do. As in, Maya is the better that you can do. As in, Maya is better than Clarice. As in, Maya is better than anyone else that you might otherwise have met at this establishment. Like, just that entire perking up of your attention and turning towards her, moving into her space. Like, can I do better? It's like you saying, can I do you? And I mean, that recognition that Maya is the better that Giovanna wants to do, it's crazy.
Deve.
Oh, she said you must. You must. You owe it to the world. You owe it to yourself to do better. You can't go beneath you. You know what I'm saying?
Posso? Deve. Pede.
Gosh. You know, when I was watching the teaser, right, for a second, I thought she had asked her to beg. And then I thought Maya did it. And then I was losing my mind. She said ask. Ask for it. That's better than beg. But it's still crazy.
Me beija, Giovanna. Por favor.
I love the way they use tongues in this series. Like, I will never be over it. I will just never be over it. But also, it's the fact that Maya did it. It's the fact that Maya asked. Like, the moment Giovanna pulled her closer, we could see how affected Maya was by the proximity, by the forcefulness. And it's clear that she is also very attracted to Giovanna, but it's interesting. It's crazy. I'm coming. I'll go back to a certain moment, but before that, you know what I love? I love this little smile that Giovanna has. I love this knowing little look. Like, yeah, you feeling me right now. I love that when Maya actually asked, Giovanna's look was like, okay, you cute. It's kind of adorable, and it's hot, certainly, but it's also kind of cute.
Pede. Me beija, Giovanna. Por favor.
It's funny. Just the hint of defiance there, like, oh, is this what you want to hear? Okay, kiss me, Giovanna. Please. If that's what it'll take to get you to kiss me. All right. Oh my God.
Desculpa.
Kiss so good it made her dress strap pop off. Okay? Even inanimate objects recognize the chemistry. I respect it. The dress came off like, yeah, I know what I'm supposed to do. Why didn't you even touch it? That's wild, bro. Wild. Your kisses have your clothes coming off. That's crazy.
Senhora Collins, mas eu já tenho companhia hoje. Tenho uma ótima noite. Maldita!
Oh, yeah, the title of the episode. I don't know if you want to do that, Giovanna, you know what I'm saying? Like, you walked away like a G right now, you know what I'm saying? But like, this is Maya, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, she will come back, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you being kind of cocky, you know what I'm saying? You being kind of cocky, you know, so I would just be careful if I was you. But also, let us talk about this moment. Okay? Let us talk about this moment. Because I be seeing things, you know what I'm saying? And I want you to see them with me. Okay?
O que você tá fazendo aqui, Manuela? O que aconteceu com a senhora Collins?
That touch. That light touch from her neck, down her arm, fingers trailing to her fingers to take the cigarette. If anyone has ever touched you like that, or if you even touch yourself like that, like right now, you're gonna realize it's such a soft, tingly, pleasant feeling. And you'll realize that it is an intimate touch. And the thing is that touch is not the touch of a stranger. It's not the touch of, well, I just met you and we just had a one night stand and I don't know you. That is the touch of a lover, right? And what is crazy is that Giovanna allows it. Giovanna doesn't respond. Because if somebody stepped into your space that was touching you in a way that they had no right to touch you, one would think that your response would be, why are you touching me like this? One would think that she would stand up, straighten up, increase the distance between their bodies. Giovanna does none of it. Giovanna's leaning with her back against the balcony. It's a vulnerable position. Maya comes in. Maya touches, right? Her neck, her arm. And Giovanna lets it happen. And it's like the moment you let something like that happen, it's almost as if Giovanna is saying, whether she realizes it or not, that Maya does have the right to touch her like that. Maya does have the intimacy to touch her like that. And the moment that Giovanna doesn't correct it, the moment that Giovanna doesn't move away, the moment that Giovanna doesn't react, the moment that she sends the message that, yes, we do know each other to the level that you can touch me like this, even if she's upset, right? Even if she's upset because earlier that evening or earlier that day or the previous day, the timeline is like, whatever it was, when Maya was drawing boundaries and Giovanna was like, let's talk about what happened earlier. And Maya was like, did something happen? I don't remember anything happened. And Giovanna got upset because Maya was creating distance and maybe a little bit, her pride got a little bit affected and her feelings got a little bit hurt. Her current sort of standoffishness, hostility, actually comes from the displeasure that Maya was presenting a certain emotional wall, a certain emotional barrier between them. Comes from her displeasure that of feeling that Maya was rejecting her, comes from her displeasure, right, at Maya's disconnection. Right. So the fact that Giovanna allows this touch is an entire statement in and of itself about the kind of relationship that she and Maya have, because not just anyone can touch you like that. Number two, not only does Maya touch her like that, not only does Giovanna not correct it, not only does Giovanna not react, not even with the slightest hint of surprise. It's like, yeah, this is normal. You touching me like this is normal. Maya takes her cigarette, right? So now Maya takes something that is Giovanna's, that Giovanna possesses. Giovanna allows it, right? Maya puts her mouth to Giovanna's cigarette. Maya puts her mouth where Giovanna's mouth was. Giovanna allows it. Maya breathes in the same quality of smoke that Giovanna breathed in. She exhales the same quality of smoke that Giovanna breathes in to some extent, right? These are all levels of sharing. They all require intimacy. So she's breathing in the same quality of smoke that you breathe in. Her lips are where your lips are. She's tasting you. She's touching you. She is sharing, right? Sharing eye contact, sharing intimate space, sharing touch, sharing time, sharing in this moment, right? So in this moment, they are connected on an intimate level, right? Partially because Maya makes an overture. Maya reaches out. Maya tests the waters. Can I do this? Will she allow me to do this? What is her reaction? And because Giovanna lets her. Giovanna not reacting is the biggest statement in all this, because she says that you are allowed. You are allowed to touch me in an intimate way. You are allowed to share my possessions. You are allowed to share intimate space. You are allowed. Ooh.
Deve. Pede.
That pull.
Beija, Giovanna.
That pulls everything, man. That pull is crazy. When I first saw the kiss in the teaser, I questioned whether Maya would really have asked, right? And I was worried that, hey, maybe they're just doing some out of character something to give Giovanna power and they haven't really thought it through. But after watching the teaser many times, I realized it's not about just sex with Maya. And it's not just about the power. And it's easy to look at the game. It's easy to look at the persona that she's projecting and to see what she wants you to see and forget to consider what she's actually doing or what her actions are actually saying outside of the projections that she's giving. So we know that it's not just sex, because if it was just sex, she would be willing to have just sex with anyone. She could have just sex with anyone, the bartender, whoever. Maya doesn't want anyone but Giovanna. It's not just power. Why? Because if it was just power, you don't cede power. If it was just power, the moment Giovanna said ask, Maya should have pulled away. She would have been aroused. She would have been attracted. She would have been irritated. She would have wanted to get back at Giovanna, but Maya would not have asked. Because to ask, in some sense, is to surrender. It's as if Maya is saying that in this moment, being kissed by Giovanna is more important to her than the game or than the power. And that means that whatever her feelings are for Giovanna at this point, right, it's more than just that back and forth. It's more than just, I want to have power over you. It's more than just, I enjoy controlling you, because also, if we look at it, Maya doesn't say, I could have you if I wanted to, right? That is the statement of somebody who is claiming power over another person. You know, I could have you if I wanted to, right? And then an entire campaign of seduction, and Giovanna would eventually fall. You know, it wouldn't be hard. Just one well-placed invitation, a nice lingerie set. Giovanna's falling like a freaking dry tree. She's gone. She's falling. But Maya also doesn't do that, right? Maya walks up to Giovanna and then she says, do you really like her? Because it matters. It matters whether Giovanna likes someone else. It matters whether Giovanna is choosing someone else. It's not just about whether she's having sex with someone else. The question is, do you actually like her? Do you actually have feelings for this person? Because Maya's interest, again, is not just on the level of sex. Now her interest is in Giovanna, or her interest is becoming Giovanna as an individual. Her interest is, do you have feelings for someone else? Why does that matter? If not that I'm kind of starting to have feelings for you, right? So Maya asks her, do you actually like her? And then when Giovanna says none of your business, Maya says, because I think you could do so much better. And what's crazy about that is that it's putting the choice in Giovanna's hands. Maya is essentially saying, you could choose anyone that you wanted. And I think that you should choose somebody better than her. Ergo, you should choose me. That's once again an instance of ceding power, because the question isn't I could seduce you, or I could have you if I wanted to, or I could make you want me. The question is, I want you to choose me, pick me. And that puts almost all the power in Giovanna's hands in this situation. And Maya put that power in Giovanna's hands because Maya wants to be Giovanna's choice, right? So I'm just looking at all these little things, and the fact that she approached this entire situation after seeing Giovanna kissing another woman, not from the viewpoint of I'm the one with the power, I'm the one who makes the choices, I could have you if I wanted to, and there's nothing you could do about it. She approaches it from a standpoint that gives Giovanna all the power, all the ability to choose. At every given point in this, Maya is a passive character. Giovanna is the one who has the entire ability to move things forward in any direction that she chooses. And Maya chose the passive role, right? So it's crazy because in the scene, Maya gives power. And I believe the reason why Maya gives power is because now it's becoming more important to her, right, that Giovanna as a person, right, chooses her, connects with her, wants her, than it is just the game. So we are seeing a subtle shift, right, where, you know, the play, the thrill, the humor of putting Giovanna in certain positions was at the forefront. And now Maya is willingly, voluntarily, on her own initiative, putting herself in positions where she is at a disadvantage in terms of vulnerability, in terms of the power differential, because now it's important that Giovanna makes a choice and that choice be true. So whatever is going on here at this point or moment in time, this is not a game, not from Maya, because it's not a power game and it's not a sex thing. So it's starting to feel a little bit like a real thing, right?
Desculpa.
The vulnerability for me is the fact that she's actually just standing there waiting, like, okay, so when you're done, you can kiss me again.
Tenho uma ótima nova.
Maldita!
Christopher. I gotta tell you, like, I know part of the reason why people have a little bit of a struggle with the series is because the entire idea of, well, Maya's married, she's cheating on her husband. I might normally have like that kind of hang up as well, but you know, from episode 1, I pretty much hate Christo douche. So at this point, I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? If he was a different guy, I might have felt a different way, but he's not. So I don't care. That first episode when Giovanna extended her hand out to him, like, oh, just, professional courtesy, like, oh, nice to meet you. I'm handling your case. I'm helping you. And he looked at her hand and he didn't shake it. Like, you think you're too good to shake the hand of the people who serve you? Nigga. But also, I think what really made me dislike him was that end scene with Maya where, he was trying to kiss her, trying to get something started. And Maya was like, you know what? Can we just not tonight? I'm tired. And he said, shh, just enjoy it. That moment. I was so upset because there's such an unspoken culture around women being pressured and coerced into having sex even when they don't feel like it. And in a marriage, there's even more chance that such a thing goes unnoticed because there's always this expectation that, oh, she's my wife, she's supposed to give me sex. No. Your wife can very much still say no. And no means no. Right? A friend of mine, when we were talking about the Checkmate episode, she actually ended up sending me this TikTok of this young woman who was recounting her experiences of having been raised to expect that, men have needs. And so it was basically her job to fulfill those needs, regardless of how she might be feeling or what she might need in that moment. So men have needs, specifically sexual needs. 15 years old, finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her, tells her dad. Her dad is like, well, what do you expect? Men have needs. So she sleeps with him. He's still cheating on her, right? Fast forward, she's an adult, she's in relationships. But, so now she's trying to give as much sex as she thinks that they will possibly want. It doesn't change anything. Still cheating on her, right? And so now she's like, okay, I'm not going to have the sex because I don't feel like having the sex in the moment. They're mad. They're upset. They're acting like if they can't sleep or if they, are restless or whatever, it's her fault because she's not giving them something that they need. Right? So at a certain point, she just gave up and she's like, I don't even know if I want this. I don't even know if I want to be having sex or if I want this to be happening in the moment, but like whatever. Because, when I don't do it, this is the reaction. This is the, the whining and the pressure and the pettiness. So you know what? Just if you want it, take it. And then she's like, well, now her boyfriends, her partners, the men that she's with, now they're getting upset because she's in the moment, they're having sex, but she's not into it. And the whole thing is, the only reason I'm doing this right now isn't because I want to. I told you I didn't want to. The only reason I'm doing it is because when I don't do it, you get mad at me. And now I'm doing it and you're still mad at me because now I'm not into it. Now I'm not, I'm not acting like I'm enjoying it, but I'm not enjoying it because I told you that I didn't want to do this. Right? So it is very much a phenomenon. It is very much something that women are going through, regardless of whether they're married or not married. But with marriage, my particular sensitivity is the fact that because there's the expectation that now this is your husband, right? You owe him sex. It can be so much easier for this kind of thing to just fly under the radar where she says no, she actually doesn't want to have sex. She's being pressured to have sex, whether it's direct or indirect pressure. Situations that feel very similar to assault, that feel very similar to, marital rape. I don't know if this needs a trigger warning, but situations that feel very similar to marital rape. And it's just, as long as you're married, there's just a tendency of, well, this is the way that things are supposed to be, right? Which is just tragic and terrible. And it's the non-recognition of it that makes it horrible, because so many women are just going to be in this thinking that they have no right to complain, or they have no right to not like it, or they have no right to react the way that they're reacting because they're married and after all this is their husband and da 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 da. So the moment in episode 1 This woman said, I'm tired. You know what? I don't want to do this. Can we just sleep? And he said, he didn't even say, oh, let's try and see if you'll be in the mood. You know, then we can, or if not, then that's what. This nigga said, shh. This nigga said, shh. Just enjoy it. If I could enjoy it, do you think I'll be saying I don't want to have it? From that moment, I was like, nah. It felt just a little too close to that rapey line for me. Everyone expects assault to look like violence. It doesn't have to look like violence. It can look like quiet duress. It can look like unspoken expectation, right? It can look like, I don't even know if I want to be having sex right now, but my partner's not checking in the moment. They're just going with the flow. It can look like I'm clearly not having a good time. I'm clearly not enjoying this, but my partner is just in their own world doing whatever the fuck they want. There are so many instances where, and people are uncomfortable with the word rape, but so let me say there's so many instances where people are taken advantage of and mistreated sexually that have nothing to do with violence, right? So the moment Crystal Douche pulled all that, I was like, screw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you want to do, girl, do. Okay? If Maya wants to order 3 hoes for Christmas, I'm just gonna be here like, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I wanted to say that. All right. From episode 1, Crystal Douche lost me. So if you don't see me reacting, or if you see me treating Maya and Giovanna's relationship as if Christopher doesn't exist, that is why. I don't like him. So now, I don't care. Does it make what they're doing more right? No, it doesn't. But somehow, it helps it feel just a little bit less wrong. If he had been a good man, that would have been a different story. That would have been harder, you know. But he's Crystal Douche. So, let's go. Oh, I wonder if that's the fan fiction. Why are you looking so upset? What's wrong with you? What happened? Who spat in your coffee? Oh. Hello, baby. How you doing? You look good. Oh, you look very good. Hello. I'm sorry. Was this dude looking at his watch and looking at his book like he was finna ignore her? Like he was finna act like she didn't exist? What are all these freaking microaggressions, Christopher? What is your problem, bruh? Why are you looking now? I love the boots. Oh, I love the platform boots. Her entire outfit is fire. Interesting. That's very interesting. That is very, very interesting. I want you to remember the way that she touched him. I want you to remember this. I want you to remember the grip. I want you to remember even her position on top of him. And I want you, when the time comes, I'll let you know when. I want you to contrast it to the way that she touches Giovanna and to the way that she reacts to Giovanna. Now, why do I feel like this is step 1 to get the secretary fired? Why do I feel like it's number one? Why do I feel like number one is step one to get the secretary fired? Why do I feel like it's partly because she's drunk? And why do I feel like she was low-key thinking about Giovanna the entire time? And the only way she could finish with Christopher was because Giovanna got her started in the first place. Man, your D game's just weak. Weak! Oh my god. Ugh. The only time that your wife can actually sleep with you is when someone else makes her aroused. That's crazy. That's wild. Uh-oh. Wait, why does he never look happy? What happened to you, bruh? What's your problem?
Deu folga pra sua secretária hoje?
Não.
A Ana disse que encontrou com ela ontem no Skyroom. Faltar por conta de noitada, francamente. Irresponsável.
Oh, you snitch.
Eu achei que você selecionasse melhor seus funcionários.
Senhor Collins, Dona Manuela, bom dia. Me desculpa pelo atraso, não vai acontecer novamente.
Não, não vai. Pode passar no RH, Clarice.
Quê?
É isso que você ouviu. Pode passar no RH.
Desculpa, Senhor Collins, mas pelo atraso de hoje, eu conto nos dedos quantas vezes eu cheguei
então
atrasada.
tiveram outros. Clarice. Você não serve pra trabalhar pra mim. Passa no RH.
Why is freaking face? You freaking menace. Interesting. No, because I thought that Maya directly suggested that she be fired. But that was him. Like, that was all him. She brought up the lateness. She brought up skipping work. Yeah, she was going to get her in trouble. But who fires someone on a whim like that? What? Yeah. You know, she laid the groundwork, like, oh, skipping work because she went out for a party, irresponsible. But initially, he started off by saying CHR, and I assumed she would have gotten like a citation or a warning or something. And then the moment where she tried to explain herself, he was like, oh, okay, you're challenging me? Okay, you're fired. That's a power trip if I've ever seen one. And Maya is just there watching because Maya intended to get her into trouble. But I don't think that she could have directly controlled his decision to fire her. That's crazy.
Francamente. Irresponsável, né? Eu achei que você selecionasse melhor seus funcionários.
Senhor Collins, Dona Manuela, bom dia. Me desculpa pelo atraso, não vai acontecer novamente.
Não, não vai. Pode passar no RH, Clarice.
Quê?
É isso que você ouviu. Pode passar no RH.
Desculpa.
Unless you can stop by HR, is low-key you're fired. Which is also crazy. Because, yes, again, Maya, like, poked the bear. Like, oh, I thought you chose your employees with more care, pricking his pride, which he has a lot of. But also, who fires someone because they were late once? Like, who does that? Like, if he was actually a good boss, shouldn't he be able to say, I know Clarice, she's been my secretary, because she's his secretary. Maya isn't in the Enterprise, Maya's at the gallery. Shouldn't he be able to say, I know Clarice, she's worked with me for 5 years. If she's late, she had a good reason. This has never happened before. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What?
Senhor Collins, mas pelo atraso de hoje, eu conto nos dedos quantas vezes eu cheguei
então
atrasada.
tiveram outros. Clarice. Você não serve pra trabalhar pra mim.
That's crazy.
Passa no RH.
That's crazy.
Meu amor, eu imagino quanto isso deve ser difícil pra você. Mas tem gente que só aprende assim, na marra. Alguém precisa...
Reaffirming the decision so that he doesn't have a change of heart or change of mind. Okay.
Precisava ensinar responsabilidade pra essa garota. Foi pro bem dela.
And this is manipulation. This is all up in his head.
Já volto.
Because he's made a terrible decision, a terrible, stupid decision. But by affirming that, yeah, somebody needed to teach her responsibility. That person is you. You're doing a good thing for her. This is good for her. There's no chance he's even going to think about his decision in the light that would require him to change his mind. So she poked the bear. She influenced the start of the decision, or she influenced the possibility of the decision. The middle was him, left him to run wild. But once he had run wild, then she reaffirmed it, and she was like, yeah, you know what? You made a good decision. You know what? Don't, you should fire her. You know, it's good for her. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's petty. Maya. Got him.
Foi você, né?
O quê?
Que mandou me demitir. Sonsa.
Isso. Eu te avisei pra ter cuidado, né?
Você é uma vagabunda.
Vagabunda que é dona dessa empresa. Agora para de graça, Clarice. Vaza daqui. Eu tô sem paciência.
Isso vai te sair bem caro, Maia.
She ruined the company. That's crazy.
Alô? Agente Torres? Preciso...
Not calling your boo thing. Literally seconds after you fired the woman who dared to kiss her. Wow. Okay.
Preciso de você agora aqui na Enterprise. Obrigada, querida.
Bom dia, senhora Collins.
Bom dia.
Nicole Costa.
Olá.
Nossa nova funcionária.
Why is it that whenever I see this girl, she's always in black? Even Maya is in gray. Maya. The woman that just fired another woman for kissing her boo thing, who she did not know was her boo thing. Even Maya is in gray. Why is this chick in black?
Do setor de faturamentos.
Bom dia, Costa.
Bom dia, senhora. Muito prazer.
Muito prazer. Foi você quem entrevistou?
Claro, também. Tem um currículo invejável.
Ótimo. Confio em você.
You're really pretty.
Seja bem-vinda à Enterprise.
And that's another thing. Did you interview her? Of course. She has an
Tem
impressive
um
resume.
currículo invejável.
Ótimo. Confio em você.
Obrigado.
Great. I trust your judgment. Look at the way she interacts with her personnel versus the way Christopher does. Look at the way she interacts with her personnel. Period. Did you interview her? Yes, I did. Great. I trust you. It's giving great boss energy. It's giving that's a nice boss, which is completely contradictory because Clarice said everybody hates her. She's a cold hard bitch. It sounds like you hated her, Clarice, which might be part of why she fired you or got you fired, depending on how you look at it, or helped you get yourself fired, depending on how you look at it. It's not giving she's a cold hard bitch. It's just not. The house help wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say that. I bet you there are a bunch of other employees who just wouldn't say that about her.
Seja bem-vinda à Enterprise.
Obrigada. Eu darei meu melhor.
Agent Torres.
Clarice, tudo bem?
Fui demitida.
Como assim? Por quê? Quem contou?
Because you wanted to play games. Okay, you play stupid games. You want a stupid prize. Alright? You don't go around poking a lion. I know you know that. You know what I'm saying? She said kiss me. You said ass. She asked. And then you kissed her. Then you were like, I got better things to do. Well, you said I got other things to do. The other things being Clarice. And you said deuces. And she said, oh, really? And then this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, honestly, you caused this, low-key.
Aconteceu?
Eu cheguei atrasada hoje, mas eu tenho certeza que não tem nada a ver com isso. Isso é coisa da Manuela. Tenho certeza, Giovanna.
Eu falo com ela.
Não.
What in the world what in the world makes you think that you have the kind of influence or the kind of pull that would get Manuela Collins, part owner of a company, to change her mind about a decision to fire one of her employees? What kind of emotional pull are you counting on having with Manuela that you think you can say, I'll talk to her? And that is supposed to make a difference because it's coming from you. There is, to a certain extent, an undercurrent of awareness from both of them about the kind of influence that they have over the other, and that it is something that goes beyond just sex, right? Interesting. Oh, I love that car, by the way.
Eu falo com ela.
Não.
Wait. She said, I'm sure.
Tenho certeza, Giovanna.
That's an interesting expression.
Como assim? Por quê? O que aconteceu?
Eu cheguei atrasada hoje, mas eu tenho certeza que não tem nada a ver com isso. Isso é coisa da Manuela. Eu tenho certeza, Giovanna.
That smile is crazy. That smile is, of course it is. That smile is, that's why she called me. It's the fact that Maya plays these games, Maya does these things, and Giovanna has this reaction.
Não tem nada a ver com isso. Isso é coisa da Manuela. Eu tenho certeza, Giovanna.
Unbelievable. It's that reaction. This woman is unbelievable. I know she gets upset later, but right now it's the amused disbelief, like, oh my God, I can't believe she did this. I can't believe she took it this far.
Eu falo com ela.
Não. Não precisa, não quero.
And the way she says I'll talk to her, like she thinks I'll talk to her, this is just a silly little game, it's just a silly little thing, we'll just clear it up in no time, I'll fix it.
Você fale com ninguém. Não. Não precisa, não quero que você fale com ninguém.
Okay. I thought she said I don't want to talk to you anymore. I would have been like, damn, girl.
Mas obrigada. Minha carona chegou.
Não, eu falo com a senhora, mas eu resolvo isso.
Eu não quero que você fale.
She is really making these assurances like, no, I'll talk to her. I'll handle this. I'll fix it. She's only doing this because of me. If I talk to her, she'll listen.
Não, eu falo com a senhora, mas eu resolvo isso.
Eu não quero que você fale.
Tá bom. Qualquer coisa você liga, tá?
Tá. Obrigada.
Nada.
I mean, honestly, I kind of have to respect it. Okay, Clarice. You know what I'm saying? You weren't necessarily treated fairly, but you have your pride. You don't want someone talking to her to beg her to give you your job back. I respect it. I respect it. Go on with your fine self. Your fine self. Go on, girl. You be strong. Okay, you be strong. I believe in you. You can do this. I don't even mean to be smiling like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm genuinely wishing her the best. Genuinely.
Senhora Collins.
Notice that in daytime, in the open, formal setting, we're back to Mrs. Collins, which just reaffirms the theory that there is a subconscious, right? There is a subconscious distinction between her decision to use Manuela and her decision to use Mrs. Collins. So all that I'm going to do is now whenever she says Manuela, I'm going to pay attention because now I know it means something. And when she says Mrs. Collins, I'm going to pay attention because now I know it means something. Is that a car? Yo, that car is nice, though.
Senhora Collins, eu tenho que ir pra galeria e vou no meu carro. Deixa eu controlar.
Oh, Toyota. Oh, that's. I was so confused for a second. I thought it was like this luxury Toyota brand, and then I saw the back, and I was like, "Wait, that's a Toyota Corolla? What? That ain't Maya's car." Okay, the Giovanna popped out. I was like, "Okay. Government salaries. I'm tracking. Let's go." See, up until this point, she wasn't upset. She wasn't actually mad. Even after hearing about Clarice being fired, her entire demeanor was more of, Mrs. Collins, can I talk to you about something? I just heard what happened, right? She's had time to steam because she's had to follow behind Maya and probably become aware of the fact that she's following behind Maya. Giovanna hates, right? Not necessarily the games that are being played, but she hates the fact that there is someone with this amount of influence over her, because if you realize from episode 1, she almost prides herself on being a person who has never fallen in love, never been in a really serious relationship, of being a person who is unaffected by other people. So to find someone who affects her so easily, that is part of Giovanna's entire struggle. That is part of Giovanna's entire reason for not sleeping with Maya. She doesn't care about Christopher, right? It is the principle that this person is able to move me, control me, attract me like this, that she's fighting against. In a very real sense, Giovanna is wrestling with herself, not even with Maya.
Você demitiu a Clarice?
Mas ela já foi chorar pra você? Rápida a situação entre vocês, né?
Caralho, Manuela, ela precisa do emprego, cara. Como é que você pode fazer isso?
É que eu faço o que eu quero. Não entendeu isso ainda?
Como é que eu não percebi nada naquela porra daquele bar, hein? Você é uma puta de uma manipuladora.
Okay, the first time they met? How come I did not notice anything in that damn bar, huh? Well, to be fair, this isn't the kind of thing you would just notice. Yeah, you weren't exactly looking at her personality. You know what I'm saying? You're exactly looking at her personality. So, probably why.
Eu não percebi nada naquela porra daquele bar, hein? Você é uma puta de uma manipuladora do caralho. Você é egoísta, você só pensa em você, cara.
Isso é novidade pra alguém, linda?
Honey.
Se você acha que você tá me...
Is that news to anyone, honey? I know Linda can also be beautiful. Is that news to anyone beautiful? Is that news to anyone, honey? We're pet naming her now. It's funny. I wonder if Maya has gotten so used to hearing these kinds of things about herself and about the persona that she puts up, that she is unaffected, not in the sense that it doesn't matter, but just in the sense of, if I become the thing you think I am, then your words about that thing no longer have power over me. If you say I'm a bitch and I say, yeah, I'm a bitch, now what? You know, it's giving me that energy.
Ela precisa do emprego, cara. Como é que você pode fazer isso?
É que eu faço o que eu quero. Não entendeu isso ainda?
Como é que eu não percebi nada naquela porra daquele bar, hein? Você é uma puta de uma manipuladora do caralho. Você é egoísta, você só pensa em você, cara.
Isso é novidade pra alguém, linda?
She's just fucking with her. She's just messing with her.
Se você acha que você tá me ofendendo, você tá muito enganado. Agora vem cá. Como é que foi transar com a secretariazinha? Hã? Foi difícil não pensar em mim, né?
I do think she has her own reasons for firing Clarice. I do. But if she didn't, that would be kind of petty. You know what I'm saying? But whilst I cling to the hope, you know what I'm saying? Whilst I cling to the hope, okay, that she has her deeper reasons. I do love this. Okay, she's cocky as but I love it.
O que foi transar com a secretariazinha? Hã? Foi difícil não pensar em mim, né?
I don't even think she slept with Clarice. But also, it would have been hard not to think of you. I know it would have been. I know it would have been. If she slept with Clarice, I know she spent every single second of that interaction comparing it with Maya and wondering if Maya would sound like this or if Maya would look. I just know she did.
Como é que foi transar com a secretariazinha? Hã? Foi difícil não pensar em mim, né? Ela foi maravilhosa. Inclusive, eu acho difícil alguém conseguir superar o nível dela.
Oh, Maya's chin tilted up that 2 degrees. That said, challenge accepted. Giovanna, I don't understand why you keep doing this. You keep challenging this woman. You keep stoking the fire. Okay, then she responds, and then you're like, oh my God, stop it. Stop it. Look at Maya lift her chin.
Inclusive, eu acho difícil alguém conseguir superar o nível dela.
Oh, really? You know you can't handle it when she's about to prove you wrong. Why do you keep inviting her to do things to you that you can't handle? I don't understand. You have no sense of self-preservation. Stop it. Stop it. You keep squaring up to her like you want to say, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Take 2 steps back. Giovanna, take 2 steps back. Go have a cigarette. Go have a smoke. Okay? Because you are not thinking clearly. You are not in your right mind. You keep acting like, oh, I'm gonna square up to this woman and she's gonna back off. Also, it's a bit too late for this. It doesn't look like she believes you. And that might be because when she said you can do better, you turned to her and said, can I? And then you said, essentially, can I do you? After that, whatever you did with Clarice doesn't even matter because she already knows that you know or you think that she's the bigger prize.
Inclusive, eu acho difícil alguém conseguir superar o nível dela.
Oh, this is confusing. The little nose touch. Okay, the little nose touch. And then you're a bitch. Well, she did kind of act like a bitch just then, you know, trying to rub it in her face that she slept with another woman. That's low-key a bitch move. The tenderness and the not tenderness is crazy.
Você é uma vadia, a gente. E acho que tá um pouquinho esquecida. Mas eu vou te lembrar como é que faz.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
E acho que tá um pouquinho esquecida. Mas eu vou te lembrar como é que faz. Você é uma puta de uma gostosa. Que ódio! Eu vou fazer do jeito que você gosta.
Not all do it the way you like it. Not all do it the way you like it. What am I supposed to do it? Huh? I'll do it the way you like it. Looking her dead in the eyes, that's a promise. I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight.
Gostosa, que ódio! Eu vou fazer do jeito que você gosta. Seu inferno, Maia. Seu inferno.
She said your nightmare. Your nightmare. It's funny because the possessive is crazy. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at her freaking smile, bro. The possessive is crazy because this entire episode, what has Maya been doing? This entire episode, Maya has been positioning herself as Giovanna's. From the intimate touches to the sharing of her possessions to the sharing of intimate breath to the sharing of intimate space, intimate touch, all of that, right? From the initial invitation, you can do better than her. You can choose better than her. Pick me. Choose me. Right? From the moment that Giovanna essentially, Giovanna basically surrendered from the moment she allowed Maya to touch her like that, and she didn't have any questions about it. That was a surrender. So we go from there, and we go from that. Maya gets rid of Clarice because we've established that, okay, she don't really care about this woman. This woman is a distraction. Get her the fuck out, right? Gets rid of Clarice. Now she's saying, you're a nightmare. Maya says, I'm your nightmare. Okay, I'm a nightmare? Okay, but I'm yours, though. I'm yours, though. And Giovanna, again, in Not Denied, is agreeing. So we go from Maya wanting to possess Giovanna to Maya wanting to be possessed by Giovanna. Maya wanting to belong to Giovanna. And that's crazy. That's wild. I remember episode 2. I think when Giovanna was trying to solve the case, Maya is leaning in. She's smelling her scent. She's getting lost in it a little bit, forgetting herself a little bit. All these little moments, right, that hint at how affected she is, gradually moving to not just I'm affected, not just I'm attracted, not just I'm having fun, but to I desire, not just I desire you, but I desire to belong to you. I want to be yours. Maya says one thing, and then she does another. And what she's saying to Giovanna is nowhere near the way she touches her, nowhere near the way she looks at her, because Maya is touching her, right? Maya is touching her so softly, so lightly. And part of that could be seduction, right? Part of that could be seduction, but part of it could also be, you're so beautiful. You look so good when you're angry. If I'm remembering correctly, this is the 4th episode. I don't think I have ever seen Maya direct a touch towards Giovanna that wasn't in some way soft. You would think passionate, hot, steamy, right? You would think that we would have seen Maya grab Giovanna at least once. Never seen that. All tender touches, all light touches, all intimate touches. Giovanna's the one doing all the grabbing because Giovanna is so caught up in Maya making her feel things, in what she feels as Maya's manipulation, in what that does to her pride, even though she low-key likes it, that Giovanna isn't even processing. Why in the world, apart from these games, apart from the fact that she's hot, is this woman able to move me when so many other hot women have not? Right? Giovanna hasn't gotten to the point where she is aware or is able to process her reaction to Maya beyond the fact of, oh, it must be because she's hot and I want to sleep with her. But for now, it looks like Maya is feeling feelings first. And Maya is more aware of her feelings first. And it's what makes Maya's feelings for Giovanna even insane, even crazier, is the fact that for all intents and purposes, if there should be someone who's rejecting this, it should be Maya. Right? Because Giovanna could wreck everything. Giovanna could wreck her marriage, wreck her reputation, wreck her money, wreck so many things. If there's somebody who should be denying these emotions, and yet here she is. The slow-mo moments will come, but for old time's sake, let me just see if it does anything to view this in slow-mo. This is why Giovanna won't make it. Look at her face. Oh my god. First of all, they're kissing. Like, that's kissing with a capital K. That's KISSING. Ain't nobody sitting in the tree. Oh my god. Why is everybody and their grandmother always interrupting these two? Why? Why?
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde, Ana.
Yo, you sweating, girl. Oh no, it's so obvious.
Com licença.
Pode deixar que eu te procuro sim, agente.
Vocês dois estavam transando em cima da minha mesa?
Quem ela fez?
E deixa de ser fofoqueira.
She answered.
Como nada, deixa eu ver.
Interesting.
É coisa minha.
Coisa sua, vai ficar de mistériozinho agora.
Tá, não, melhor.
She didn't answer. Interesting. Is it because it benefits Maya to let her best friend think this is just a hot, sexy fling, as opposed to anything potentially deep? Why do I feel like Maya's playing a game with everyone around her, including herself? Why do I feel like that? Am I crazy? Is it just wishful thinking?
Não.
Vai na clara. Deixa eu ver.
I feel like if you take her at face value, you're making a mistake because you are seeing what she wants you to see.
Tá, não, melhor não.
Vai na clara. Deixa eu ver.
Tá, só um pouco. Mas...
Deixa eu ver.
Não é
What the hell was all that?
Quem ela fez?
E deixa de ser fofoqueira, não é nada.
Como nada, deixa eu ver.
É coisa minha.
Coisa sua, vai ficar de mistériozinho agora.
Tá, não, melhor não.
Vai na clara. Deixa eu ver.
Tá, só um pouco. Mas...
Deixa eu ver.
Interesting. She let it go though.
Cadê a Giovanna?
I guess it was a good night, cause you still be giving each other winks and stuff. She said, let me check. Let me find her for you.
Para, né, Lari? Larga de ser idiota. Ela tá na galeria. O que tá rolando? A Nicole conseguiu instalar o programa e a gente tem que avisar a Giovanna.
Claro, ótimo. Vamos ligar pra ela, vem cá.
O que é, Larissa? Tô trabalhando.
Trabalhando com a Malévola? Sei, tá bom.
Te manca, Larissa?
Pela sua grosseria, eu não vou te falar mais nada.
Então tá bom, tchau.
Tá vendo?
Did she just hang up on us?
Tá vendo? Não se fazem mais amigos como antigamente. Inclusive, saudades.
Got Giovanna stressed.
Seu cappuccino, senhora. Cuidado que tá quente.
Hey, yo, am I crazy? Like, maybe I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't drink coffee like that on this side of the world. But, like, low-key, this looks like milk. And somebody dumped coffee, like, straight on the top. And, like, they're trying to convince you that this is worth, like, $19. And it's not. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not. That don't look right. That don't look right. Who keeps trying to hack in? Do I recognize those nails? Are those Maya's nails? Who had white French tips? Oh. Agatha Xavier? Was that her name? Oh, she's talking to Agatha. Okay, so she's talking to the police IT woman. I need your help. It didn't work. She's trying to break in. Whose MacBook is that? Are they just like stealing Maya's MacBook? Or like they're able to have some kind of remote access? Like, I love the cargo pants. Is that Maya? Hey yo! Hey yo! I recognize her silhouette though. I recognize that shadow anywhere, you know what I'm saying? What is that look? What is that? You know what? What is that? What is that look? Because that look was like a combination of, oh my god, you're so sexy. And that look was like, oh my god, Maya. Like fondness with a hint of, you're so sexy. Yeah, that's fondness. That's the you're so sexy. Girl. Girl. You can't be staring at nobody like that. Giovanna, like your whole everything is showing. Your whole everything is out. Girl. Oh no.
Acho que você tá precisando de um copinho de whisky.
The bartender said you look thirsty. Oh my god, Giovanna.
Mas ela é bem gata mesmo, né?
Acho que quem tá precisando desse uísque é você. Ela é uma coisa. Eu não bebo horário de trabalho. É complicado.
Not excitedly looking at her, not excited by your shared bonding with someone else over how hot she is. Bruh, do you see yourself right now?
O sistema da Temporada acabou de ser invadido.
You're gonna fall in love with this woman.
Tem
You're
alguma
gonna fall
informação?
all the way in love with this woman, but I don't know where it's gonna go.
Ainda não. Mas eu acho melhor ligar pra Giovanna.
Eu acho melhor você achar alguma informação, um IP, qualquer coisa.
Encontrei o endereço. Vou ligar pra Giovanna.
What? Why don't you want her to see the address?
Tá. Não, eu sei exatamente onde fica. Tô indo pra lá agora. Tchau, tchau.
Ali, uma coisa mais assim. Que isso? Mal chegou e já tá indo embora?
Ossos do ofício.
Vem cá, aconteceu alguma coisa? Você tá com a cara estranha?
Why you wanna know? Let the girl go. I ain't forgotten that you suspicious. Why you care about what the police officer is doing? Huh? Also, don't touch that. That belongs to Maya now. Well, Maya belongs to her now. It's complicated.
Tá tudo bem. É só que estão precisando de mim na delegacia, eu tenho que ir. Você avisa a senhora Collins, por favor?
Tá.
Why don't you let her know yourself?
Na verdade, é melhor você mesma falar com ela.
Uh-oh. Was she touching her ring? Let me see. Facing left, right? No, this is my right, so her left. Right? Okay. That's not her ring. Yeah, the ring is on the other hand.
Boa tarde, seja bem-vinda.
Boa tarde, obrigada.
Já?
Clarice? Oh my god. Okay. So this has been my reaction to season 1, episode 4. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of things, and only time will tell if it's actually like substantial or if I'm just like imagining things. But I feel like we can see a shift in Maya's attitude towards Giovanna. And I feel like we are intentionally, or she is intentionally, I feel like she walks around with a persona. I feel like she's wearing it always. And so I feel like she interacts with everything and everyone, even with Giovanna, with that persona. So we get that contrast between the way she touches her versus the way she speaks to her in any given moment. It's kind of crazy. It's like somebody playing like opposites, you know? That's wild. I feel like we can see Giovanna slowly sliding into a little something into feelings. What those feelings are as yet is not fully clear, but that silly smile she got on her face is wild. It's so adorable. But also, Maya is still very much dangerous. And just because she likes you, just because she wants to be connected with you, I feel like it doesn't necessarily mean she won't or can't break you. So I'm just wondering where it goes. Where it goes. I'm wondering what Maya's game is and what her deeper, like what is the thing behind how she's behaving. Is this just Maya? Right? Are we looking for like a bright cloud or a silver lining and there's no silver lining and she's just dark and manipulative and dangerous and sexy. Very, very sexy. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I really wish they made these episodes longer, because I'm seeing 20 minutes. It's not 20 minutes. You have the intro, you have the outro. It's altogether like maybe 15 minutes. And 15 minutes 1 week for a 15-minute episode is crazy. This thing should at least be 30 minutes. I feel like 30 minutes for a series episode in 2024 is a nice balance. What is going on? But I digress. I feel like I've seen a lot of things. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying. Let me know if you disagree. But this has been it, y'all. This has been my reaction to Checkmate Season 1, Episode 4. And I'm gonna head over to the behind the scenes and the cast reactions I haven't yet watched, because I love watching them. Okay? Not much to do. I'm gonna see you all later.